So even though AFC Fylde have led the way in the National League North for a long time, my beloved Kidderminster Harriers, we have been very close in hot pursuit for a number of months. We started off the season just outside the playoffs, then we've slowly risen up to hold that second place for a long time, but we've completely bottled the title race after a 1-0 loss last night away at Stalybridge Celtic, but I'm actually really glad that we've bowled it. I'll explain why. So the title race has been off, then it was on, then it was off, then it was on, then it was off, then it was on. It's been ridiculous in the last few months. Harriers, we've been a bit inconsistent. Our home form has been excellent. We won 13 home matches in a row. That record was ended by a loss at home to Halifax on Saturday, and that really signalled the end of the title race, I thought. But then, following Saturday, we ended up winning away at Gloucester. We don't win away very often, but we did win away at Gloucester, and Fylde lost away to Stalybridge Celtic, so the gap was now down to 6 points, and we had a game in hand. So if we won that game in hand, then the gap would be down to 3 points with 4 games remaining. That game in hand was last night. It was away at Stalybridge Celtic, the team that just days before had beaten top of the table Fylde, and they pulled off another miracle. They got a 1-0 victory against my beloved Kidderminster Harriers. A goal in the second half from Danny Pilkington, ironically a former Harriers player, and they're managed by, ironically again, Steve Burr, a man that was in charge of Harriers for 4 years between 2010 and 2014, and he is still adored by the Harriers fan base. And the state that Stalybridge have been in all season, I've said that they were going to get relegated from day one, more or less. They've been absolutely dead and buried, bottom of the table, or second bottom at least, for the entire season. And now, with 3 wins in a row, it actually looks like they might stay up, and it's looking more likely than not, actually. With the 2 teams above them, Gainsborough and Worcester, not picking up many points in recent weeks, Stalybridge are in a really good position to actually stay up. But anyway, back to Harriers, a 1-0 loss. It's a disappointing result, but in the grand scheme of things, for me, it's a real positive. It's a blessing in disguise, because now we can fully focus on the playoffs. We've not got one eye on the title. All season we have been within close enough distance to catch AFC Fylde, but we've never really been close enough. And it's now pretty much guaranteed that Fylde will win the title. There's been a number of important points this season where we failed to get points where we really needed to. Some of them in recent weeks. Against Fylde away from home, we were 2-0 up after 80 minutes, ended up drawing that 2-2 with a 97th minute equaliser from AFC Fylde. Then we lost 2-1 at home to Halifax on a week ago Saturday, which was crushing, and we thought the title race was going to be over after both of those 2 games. And I'm now 100%, or almost 100% convinced that it is now over again after last night's results. Back in the 2012-13 season, back in the conference now known as the National League, we won 20 out of our final 23 games of the season. It was an unbelievable run. It was an amazing time to be a Harriers fan. We ended the season on 92 points, but incredibly that meant that we didn't win the league. Mansfield had 93 points, they won it by 1 point, and it was absolute heartbreak for Harriers. And the prospect of us playing in the playoffs straight after we'd fully focused on winning that title, it was absolutely gutting that we had to play in the playoffs, and we weren't ready for it because we had such little time to prepare. The playoffs went abysmally. We lost away at Wrexham the first leg 2-1, and then we lost at home on the Saturday. We lost 4-1. It was gutting, it was awful, and it felt like that the playoffs were just an awful second prize. We didn't want the playoffs, we just wanted promotion, whereas now the title is gone for us this season, and we can fully focus on preparing mentally for the playoffs. Our squad is very young. We've got an average squad age of under 23, so these players, they need to prepare mentally. Elton Iguatala and Arthur Gano have been out injured for a few games, so they need to come back and be fully ready for those playoffs, to tackle them like a tournament, rather than just thinking, oh, this is just another way that we can get promoted. We don't really want this way, we just want promotion. We don't really want to play in the playoffs, we want the automatic promotion spot. We can focus fully on these playoffs, because now we've got both eyes on the playoffs rather than one eye on the title and one eye on the playoffs. So although I am disappointed that the title race is over, I think it is a blessing in disguise. There are a lot of positives to us losing last night. It's probably the only example where I've been happy for us to lose a game. Of course, I never want us to lose a game, but after the game and I saw that we'd lost, I wasn't disappointed whatsoever. I was thinking, this is a blessing. So I'm sure that a lot of you will have a different opinion to me, because my opinion is probably the minority. But if you do, then let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, then remember to click that like button and subscribe, because I know there are still a lot of you that watch my videos and aren't subscribed. So remember to subscribe to stay up to date with non-league football. And an extra little thing, I want to do a Q&A for my 750 subscriber special. I still haven't done my 500 subscriber special. That's how quick this channel is growing, but that will be coming out probably next week now. So leave some questions in the comments if you have any, or over on Twitter at nonleagueut. So as always, thanks for watching.